Lyosfer. Episode_1. In the darkness of the night, she kept tumbling down the winding mountain toward the deep ravine. Due to the strong rocks on the mountain, her head had already been cut in several places. Despite countless efforts, she was failing to stop herself from falling into the ravine. She knew that falling into that ravine meant death, only death. Before she could fall, a loud voice shattered her hearing. Mazmil, Mazmil, get up now. Sania shook her awake from her dream. Get up now. How late are you going to be? Sania shook her again, waking her fully. Everyone was already ready, and Sania, seeing Mazmil's changing expressions, began explaining her point. Mazmil glanced at her phone screen. It was 6 in the morning. Without replying to anything Sania said, she closed her eyes again. Don't look at the time on your phone, sister. You are not at your father's house where you can sleep till 9. If Princess Mazmil, you are forgetting in the haze of sleep. Let me remind you that we are currently camping on the edge of a beautiful lake, passing through two snow-covered mountains, 18 hours away from our homes. When we arrived here, it was already evening, so we had to stay here. Sania, faking anger on her face, widened her eyes and spoke quickly while staring at Mazmil. Mazmil ignored Sania's long speech and unzipped her tent to peek outside, where indeed everyone had already gotten up and was busy preparing to leave. Whose cursed idea was it to stay here, Mazmil thought, gritting her teeth as she lay back. She had already forgotten all the events of last evening. That cursed person. Sania casually pointed at Mazmil herself. And that cursed person who has formed a convoy of leaders. Shut up. Mazmil brushed her forehead and called her shut up. Then began thinking about last night. The university session had ended, and she had come here on a 3-day tour with her class group. It was the second day, and today they had to cross the mountains to reach the valley below. Whose idea was it to camp by the lake instead of staying at a hotel? Camping by the lake instead of the hotel was a new experience for everyone. So everyone quickly agreed. Mazmil, unlike the others, hadn't even wanted to come on this tour, as she was never comfortable among so many people. She was a quiet, solitary girl. It wasn't that she didn't like mingling, but she had certain fears that always held her back. As always, her childhood friend Sania, who had been with her from childhood through university, had pulled Mazmil along. I think, Princess, you have no intention of going to the valley. I'll go then. You rest here peacefully, Princess Mazmil. Sania stretched the sentence in a sarcastic tone, grabbed her bag, and went out. Mazmil peeked outside and saw that everyone else was already ready. She knew no one would stop her from leaving. So without wasting more time, she stepped out of the camp. By the lake, some friends were making tea over the wood fire, and others were taking photographs. She avoided looking at them and silently walked along the lake, moving forward. Princess, come quickly, Sania's voice called, but Mazmil ignored it and continued. Her name was Mazmil, though until matriculation, she had written Mazmil Princess. on the first page of every book, because she had believed she was a princess of the fairyland. But as she grew older, she realized that princesses were usually fair, confident, and dominant in personality. With her wheatish light brown skin and personality, the word princess was just a joke. So she had stopped calling herself that. Yet sometimes Sania teased her by calling her princess. By evening, everyone had returned to their camps from the valley. Sitting around the fire by the lake, everyone was recalling past moments, each contributing to the bouquet of memories. Away from all of them, Mazmil sat a little apart, lost in deep thought. She was thinking about the previous night, when she had gone swimming in the lake away from the camps, unnoticed by anyone. By coincidence, the imaginary world she had dreamed of as a child was exactly what she saw here. The mountain streams flowing down had a special quality in their waters, which contained healing properties for many diseases and a treasure of outward beauty. While swimming there, something strange had happened to her, but she still didn't understand what it was. While everyone was taking group photos, Sania suddenly asked, "Why didn't you take photos with Salar?" As she paused, looking at all the photography of the day on her phone. Salar was a handsome young man from their class, not just in name but also in action, a dominant personality who knew how to make others follow him. Everyone always agreed with him and walked behind him. A dominant personality is always popular among girls, so Salar was quite popular among the girls in the class, always surrounded by them. Sania knew Mazmil's hidden feelings for Salar very well, and she also knew that Mazmil would never express them. "Mazmil, where are you lost in thought?" Sania shook her, drawing her attention. "At least today, you shouldn't remain silent. When everyone was taking pictures, you should have. I'm not interested in taking a picture with him." She refused in a serious tone. "You have full interest, but you lack the courage to talk to him. You're forgetting that we used to talk to each other." "Sania, but he wants to keep me only as a friend. Besides, with so many modern girls around him, how could he show interest in me?" "You've left room for those so-called moderns yourself, Mazmil. If you stay distant, someone else will see the opportunity and go closer, won't they?" "I don't like imposing myself on anyone else, Sania, and you know that very well. You're acting like a so-called frustrated drama. On one side, you can't talk to him because you think he will reject you, and on the other, you don't like him talking to other girls either. So, is it necessary that my innocent princess, my mother used to say that where there is honey, there will be bees. Instead of killing the bees, preserve the honey. So what should I do?" she asked, looking at Sania questioningly. Our princess smiled at Sania's playful expression. "I say, surprise him tonight. When all the girls are asleep, go to his camp and express your love. You're not crazy, are you, girl? He will be crazy when he sees your courage. What could be a more romantic place and weather than this, princess? You can't stop your princess. Princess nonsense," she glared at her playfully. "Don't show your eyes at me, princess." She pulled Mazmil a long while, stretching the word princess. Everyone else was already engrossed in their conversation. "Mazmil, say something too. Will you stay secluded here?" Salar immediately made space for her, and she sat shyly with a pounding heart. She had always held feelings for him, but never expressed them due to fear of rejection. She carried an inferiority complex about her appearance, which hindered her in everything. She never spoke freely to anyone, just agreed to everything. "My wedding date is fixed. As soon as we leave here, preparations will start. I'm preparing to go to America. I will start my business. I just want to be free, no more hassles. I love business and I will definitely do it." Everyone was sharing their future plans, and now it was Mazmil's turn. Her heart raced because she had no future plan at all. "Mazmil, what will you do after returning from here?" Salar addressed her silent face. "You will stay with us, Salar." Seeing Mazmil silent, Sania quickly said, I mean, she will join her brother and sister-in-law's welfare college. And your dad is assigning the new project with her. Sania quickly managed the situation. For a moment, Salar was surprised. But Sania had the talent to handle things perfectly. Meaning, Mazmil would start her career with welfare work. And if not, why? Is Mazmil any less than her brother in doing good deeds? And Sania? He looked at her questioningly. Don't worry, Sania will be wherever Mazmil is. Yes, we both have to join the welfare college. Mazmil agreed in front of everyone, even though they hadn't discussed this before. I know some girls. If you are at the welfare college, I'll send them there. You will take care of them better. Yes, of course. Send them. We will both take care of them. Sania replied promptly. After talking for a while, everyone returned to their camps. It was the last night. This opportunity would never come again. Mazmil had to express her heart to him. Sania once again forced her to think. Back at the camp, she listened to Sania's lecture for a while, gathered all her courage, and walked from her camp toward his camp. Peeking inside, it was completely silent. Salar's camp was empty. She muttered to herself, I don't know who is in his life. Who is it? I shouldn't have come to his camp like this. From her camp, taking a few more steps, she could descend the slope to bathe in the waterfall. What could be a better opportunity than to quietly, without anyone noticing, descend from the mountains and bathe in the waterfall, which she believed would enhance her beauty? She moved silently toward the opposite slope. She went behind the trees. The sound of falling water from the slope played like intense music. This was the same place she had come to secretly the previous night. Mazmil curled her body in fear, after rising to feet into the air like a wave and falling back onto the ground. A sharp pain shot through her lower back. Darkness surrounded her completely. Cold wind blew from the lake, but mixed within it was a strange burning sensation, as if some heavenly calamity was approaching. She whispered softly, Who is there? Only the sound of water waves replied. Moments later, she heard the crackling of dry leaves. Mazmil turned back in terror and felt as if two red glowing eyes were moving between the trees. Her heartbeat raced. Suddenly, that voice echoed again, clearer this time. Mazmil. Sweat trickled down her face despite the cold weather. Do I know you? She asked with trembling fear. A figure slowly emerged from the darkness. Tall, shaped like a cloud of smoke, half human, half shadow. The world calls me Lyasfer, but you have called me before. Mazmil's heart almost stopped. In childhood, she used to have terrifying dreams where a shadow spoke to her and told her she was chosen. But she always dismissed it as imagination. I never called you, she screamed. The shadow smiled faintly. The water that touched you. It was no ordinary spring water. It carries the secret of this valley's ancient kingdom. Your soul summoned me, not your tongue. Mazmil tried to step back, but her foot struck a stone. Suddenly, a beam of light appeared from the bushes of flashlight. Mazmil. It was Salar Khan running towards her. The shadow instantly dissolved into the air. Salar held her arm. What are you doing here alone? And why is your face so pale? Mazmil was about to speak when Sania's distant scream echoed. Mazmil, Salar, come quickly. Zeeshan is unconscious. Both rushed toward the camp. Zeeshan lay on the ground, unconscious, his hands marked with black burn-like patches. His body cold as ice. Dr. Radhia grabbed his wrist immediately. His body temperature is abnormal. This is not a normal medical condition. She asked sharply, how did he suddenly faint? Salar inhaled deeply. Radhia. Zeeshan also saw something near the lake. He kept repeating, someone is in the darkness. Mazmil's heart pounded. She could still hear the whisper echoing inside her. You have called me before. Dr. Radhia and Salar Khan carried Zeeshan into the tent. Mazmil kept glancing back as she entered, afraid those red eyes might appear again. There were strange dark marks on Zeeshan's hands. Radhia gently touched them and said, these are not burn marks. It looks like electricity burst from inside his skin. Mazmil shivered. Salar asked, Mazmil, tell the truth. Did you see something too? Mazmil bit her lip. I heard a voice. Someone called my name. Sania said with surprise. That's the same voice Zeeshan claimed to hear. Suddenly, Zeeshan's body jerked violently. He opened his eyes, breathing heavily. He screamed and sat up. He is behind me. In the darkness, he will take me. Salar held him. Who are you talking about? Zeeshan's lips trembled. Lyasfer. He said I was blocking his path. The one he truly wants is Mazmil. I got in the way. Mazmil's heart froze. Radhia looked at her. That spring water definitely affected you. The spring you bathed in is not ordinary. Mazmil's voice cracked. Then what should I do? Salar spoke firmly. We are with you. Whatever this is, we will end it near the lake. You are not alone. Sania also held her hand. If this thing is connected to you, then we will face it together. Night grew deeper. A strange redness spread across the sky, as if fire burned behind the clouds. Mazmil suddenly heard the whisper again. The time has come, Mazmil. She screamed and covered her ears. He's calling me. Salar rushed to her. Come on, we're all going together. All four of them took flashlights and headed towards the lake. As they neared it, the ground began to tremble. From the center of the lake, a huge column of smoke rose and started forming into a human shape. Zeeshan stumbled back. That's him. The figure became clearer. Red eyes, a body made of smoke, a deep echoing voice. Mazmil, I want your soul. Mazmil cried. I never called you. Lyasfer growled. When you called me in your childhood dreams, it was not meaningless. Your soul opened the gate to my realm. Salar stepped forward. If you even touch her, you'll face me first. Sania and Radhia stood beside him. Lyasfer smirked. You all stand in my way. But the final choice belongs to Mazmil. Mazmil wiped her tears. I don't want your power. I am human, and I will remain human. Lyasfer roared. Then you all shall vanish. Suddenly, a beam of light burst from the lake. The same spring where Mazmil bathed. The shining light hit Lyasfer directly. No, this light. It is the power of the valley's ancient guardians. Mazmil closed her eyes and whispered from her heart. Disappear. Forever. The light intensified, and within seconds the smoke shadow shattered and dissolved into the air. Silence spread everywhere. Salar placed his hand on her shoulder. It's over. You're safe. Radhia exhaled. This valley protected you itself. Maybe one day you'll understand more. But tonight has ended. Mazmil breathed peacefully for the first time. The sky had cleared, and they all slowly walked back to the camp, after living through a night that changed their lives forever.